Beautiful. All praises to Yahweh Shem Yahushai. You know? Yeah, look, the brother, not the brother, Salakia, the sisters, yeah, they're still there chatting to the Edomite. But yeah, lots going on like always. I'm going to get into some news. Yeah. Yes. Where were we? Yeah, man, so what's it? There's flash floods in Manado City in Indonesia, and in Brisbane, Eastern Australia, and in Kelantan, Malaysia. So all these places, that heavy rain and that, you know.
English ain't been touched for a minute, haven't they?
No, but they had a time a few months ago where it was just all them, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, I mean, if you want to get me, Baba Kashaf, Jeremiah 47 and 2. Yeah, Baba Kashaf.
This is the book of Jeremiah.
Give me the mic.
Oh yeah, so like this.
47.
This is the book of Jeremiah, chapter 47 and verse 2. Thus saith Yahweh, behold, water rises up out of the north, and shall be an overflowing flood, and shall overflow the land and all that is therein, the cities and them that dwell therein. Then shall men cry, and all the inhabitations of the land shall wail.
Yeah, and that's what's happening, man. All these nations are getting upset. You're right there?
My son is there, you're alright, because I listen to you.
Yes, we're just bringing out the Bible, you know. Do you know who you are according to the Bible? Go on, who are you? Yeah, because what's your nation?
I am a black Jew man.
Yes, but black, you're Israelite, but not
Israelite.
Yes,
Yeah.
there is no black in the Bible. Black is just a color.
I'm not the Edomite one. That's
Yes.
Right now, my son got him living Bedford. He's in the market right now. I just found him.
Oh, what?
Deptford. Oh, yeah, Rocco Yahushai. Rocco Yahushai, our brothers them. Yeah, man. Ben Yamyan and them.
All praises.
Good work you're going to. He teach me a lot, man. So,
That's it. We're waking up, man, in these last days, you know? Yes, that's it, man.
yeah, we unify with them, brother.
Mm.
We unify with them.
So we know that judgment's coming, man, and you know, that's how you know the days are getting shorter and people are waking up.
That's right.
Our people are waking up finally, you know? This, man, still. Even the heathen now are knowing that you know? You know what I'm saying? Like Edomites and that, certain other nations. But yeah, so what, there was a huge sandstorm as well in Baghdad, Iraq, that blocked out the sun during the day, which that must have been quite bad still. And a dust and smoke storm in Paraguay as well. So if you could get me Baba Kashar, Jeremiah 23 and 19 through to 20, Baba Kashar. Yeah, man, so they haven't got a lot on the world today, but that's because, you know, most of this stuff that's going on in Iraq, not Iraq, Ukraine and that has been like a hindrance. It's all about that, you know? 27 and
23:19.
That's it,
This is the book of Jeremiah, chapter 23, verse 19. Behold, a whirlwind of Yahweh is gone forth in fury, even a grievous whirlwind. It shall fall grievously upon the heads of the wicked. The anger of Yahweh shall not return until he have executed and until he have performed the thoughts of his heart. In the latter days ye shall consider it perfectly.
So yeah, like all through the Bible it says, like in the last days he's gonna pour out his anger. So he's only just getting more and more to the point where now things are happening, you know, all things are pouring up, wars are happening, you know. eventually there's going to be famine as well due to this whole Ukraine and everything. So yeah, what's it? In Roland, Argentina, there was mad hailstones, man. They were like the size of golf balls. Like, you know, literally the video, the woman put a bucket out afterwards and started putting them in the bucket. They were literally like golf balls and that. You know, like literally. That'll be killing people out there. Still, yeah, man. So Argentina got the mad hailstones. You want to get Isaiah 30 and 30, Baba Kushara.
This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 30 and verse 30. And Yahweh shall cause his glorious face to be heard, and shall show the lightning down from his arm, with the indignation of his anger, and with the flame of a devouring fire, and with scattering of tempests and hailstones.
Yeah, man. So all these, like the brother went into earlier, with the spirits created for vengeance. That's what this is, man. All these spirits, like the spirits of like the wind, the storm, the hailstone, the fire. These are all the Most High's wrath, you know, that he's pouring out upon the earth in these last days, you know. So, you know, our brothers and sisters need to wake up, man. It's that time still. And obviously, you know, with this whole war thing going on, you know, it's going to start hitting our market soon. I already see the petrol price last week was like 146, like the cheapest. Now it's all 153. So in a few days, like it's gone up like 5p, and that's just the start of it. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, and obviously, what's it? Yeah, there's been reports that claim up to 9,000 Russian soldiers have been killed in the war so far, and that's from like Ukraine citizens and armies and that, you know. But these numbers they're not going to put out on the telly. Do you know what I mean? They're not going to put these, especially Putin. Like, there's been videos of like Russian soldiers being captured by Ukrainian soldiers or even civilians, and they're making them do videos. You know, like them ones like where they'll make you say like a goodbye video or something, and they're saying, yeah, like Putin's practically sent us to our deaths. You know what I mean? Because Ukraine are not backing down, man. They're going out with a massive fight still. I mean, I know Russia's a massive country, but Ukraine ain't having it. Especially after 2014 when they invaded last time. So yeah, what's it? Yeah, the Russian ruble as well, which is their currency, yeah, has literally dropped in half in price. So, you know what I mean, the ruble is down like 40-50%, and that's the lowest it's ever been. And that's because obviously America and the West, they've stopped them from dealing international transfers on the West side. Do you know what I mean? And all other countries are actually joining that too. Like, they're all standing with them sanctioning Russia. But then obviously China now hasn't said anything. You get it? So because China hasn't said anything, they're saying they're not it doesn't mean that they've condoned it, basically. So because China's not said anything, they're still dealing with Russia, basically. So that's the alliance that it talks about, yeah, the Gog and Magog, and how the kings of the north, innit, and the east, Salakia. So yeah, what's it? Yeah, another thing, they're not letting blacks out, so-called blacks. So if you're like, you know, even Israelites, even Hamites, any people of color in Ukraine, they're not letting them cross the border, basically. You know what I mean? So that's another thing that they're doing out there. Yeah.
This is the book of Jeremiah chapter 13 verse 7. Alas, for that day is great, so that there is none like it. It is even the time of Jacob's trouble. But Yahweh shall save, but he shall be saved out of it.
So yeah, this is all the beginning of sorrows, like it says in 2nd Ezra.
Go to Ezekiel 38 and 14. When you're ready. I wanted to just say it's slack here, bro, but you know what I mean? What it is, right? Spiritually, they might not know why the Israelite or like the so-called blacks, wherever they are, whether they're, you know what I mean, West Nigerians, alright? You know what I mean? A lot of them are Nigerians and Ghanaians and that. They went there for university, they went there to your university.
Yeah, to study.
So look, if you read this, it's gonna show you that. Well, read it. It's an
beautiful, beautiful. Yeah, because that's what it is. Most of them out there are like students and that, you know. And they're not letting them on the trains. They're literally kicking them off the trains and telling the Ukrainians like, you could go, but not these.
This is the book of Ezekiel chapter 38 and verse 14. Therefore, Son of man, prophesy and say unto God, thus saith Yahweh, in that day when the people of my people of Israel dwell safely, shalt thou not know it?
That's it, man. That's it, man. There's gonna be a time where they're there and they're gonna be dwelling safely, man, and they're not gonna know. Like, well, yo, where's them Nigerians we left? You know what I mean? Some of them are gonna be in the land of Gog and Magog and that, and they're not gonna know where them or they'll say what the rapture or whatever. Like, just, you know what I mean? They're not gonna know, man. We're like, where's them niggas gone?
And that's what I'm saying. There's obviously Israelites out there too, you know.
And what that's doing is gathering them that are not desired.
Yeah.
They're the saints that are not desired.
Yeah.
They're gathering together. Man.
And you know what? That guy is actually a homeless guy. Still, I didn't even clock that. Still, the one in the green. Still. Yeah, but I didn't. Him and that other guy. Still. So you got one. But yeah, no, the war's brewing up still, man. Like, obviously, there's a lot of bombings going off, like people getting killed.
Oh, look, she's praying for him. Look, she's praying for the devil.
No way.
You can't pray for the devil.
No way. What is going on? That's like an exorcism.
That's an exorcism, man.
Sister, take your hand off that homeless guy, man.
The
He
poor.
doesn't give a damn about you. He never had.
Yeah.
You know, and you know they're probably saying it in the name of Jesus as well, like. But yeah, no, our people are destroyed, man. Still, you know, this is the thing.
Yeah, Matthew's in it. Like,
She would rather, you know, do this to this guy. But I'm telling you, if she saw a brother in the same condition, yeah, she probably would look the other way. You know that? Do you know what I'm saying?
Maybe.
Yeah,
You don't want to bear false witness.
Wrong, but you know.
Most likely, man.
Yeah, do you know? Because that's, I don't know, man. I don't know. It's upsetting, really, man. Still. But you know.
Let the word speak, man.
Yeah, go on.
This is the book of Matthew chapter 6 and verse 5. And when thou prayest, thou shalt not pray, or thou shalt not be as the hypocrites are. For they love to pray standing in the synagogue and in the corners of the street.
And in the what?
And in the corners of the street.
Right
that
on the corner.
they may be seen from men.
That in the what?
But they may be seen of men. Verily I say unto you, they have their reward.
They're gonna have the reward.
But when?
Yeah, that's it.
That's it. Yeah, that's it, man.
We're
You
gonna-
shouldn't be praying out on the streets in the open. That's something personal with you and the Most High.
That's right.
No, I'm not filming you. I'm not filming
I
you.
am. I'm. Shalom, sister. I'm
There's
filming.
no fake gospel over. Where's your Bible?
Shalom.
Where's your Bible? Where's your Bible? We could go into the Bible and tell you you're not meant to pray on the streets. No,
Read that again,
no,
read that again,
no,
rebuke her
read
again.
that again. Come.
This is the book of Matthew, chapter 6 and verse chapter 6 and verse 5. When thou prayest,
When thou what?
When thou what?
and when thou prayest, thou shalt not be as the hypocrites are. For they pray standing in the they love to pray standing in the synagogues and in the corners of the streets.
And in the what?
And in the corners of the streets.
That they may be seen of men.
That may
Verily,
be seen of men.
verily I say unto you, they have their reward.
Come on, man. So yeah, I don't know what's going on over there, but yeah, like, you know, it's upsetting still. It's upsetting. Yeah, man. That's it. The end is near, man. Look. The curses have come upon the heathen now, man. You know, this used to be our people, but now look. You know what I mean?
You ain't gonna do a damn thing.
Yeah, your kingdom is gonna be destroyed. Your kingdom is destroyed, man. You know? Have to get. Oh, look, let me not get into it. But yeah, but yeah, no, that's it on the news. I mean, if any brother's got any more, it's just more. It's all this war, isn't it? Really, man. War is the main topic right now, isn't it? It's not rumours of war anymore. It's actually here. You know, it's starting in Ukraine. You know, but it's only going to lead to these countries right here. You know what I mean?
Matthew 24 and 6.
Oh yeah, come.
Yeah, man.
Mighty. Tawada for the news. Alright? News, Nazarite news, you won't really hear, alright, regularly out there on the news. But some of them we do grab, alright, from the sources of this worldly stuff. But a lot of it we get from end time and headlines, alright, Telegraph, alright, certain Algerian news and that. Certain of it we get from other sources, man. Because they are using the mockingbird and they're all saying the same damn thing, man. Alright? Pushing their agenda and their illusions, man. But let's push the Most High's gospel. Let's read the gospel, alright, and not make it up as we go along. Alright?
This is the book of Matthew, chapter 24 and verse 6. And ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars.
And there's no more rumors. There's a war going on. Alright? All praises to Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shai.
See that ye be not troubled, for all these things must come to pass.
And a lot of you are troubled, man. Alright? You're scared, you're shook. Because there's war going on and you want your Babylon to last forever. Alright?
But the end is not yet. For nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom.
Now we got the iron separating from the clay. The prophecy of Daniel. We got Caucasians fighting Caucasians, and now we got our sisters praying for Caucasians. It's mad. They're killing each other. Let them kill each other. Let them die off. Don't pray for the devil. Don't pray for your colonizer. Nigeria, they love to pray to the colonizer. Alright? Leave the colonizer alone. Leave Columbus alone. Alright?
And kingdom against kingdom.
Kingdoms are fighting kingdoms.
And there shall be famine and pestilence.
And there's famine in the Canadians. Why aren't you praying for your Canadians, man? Alright? Alright, there's Canadians, they're not delivering the food around. Alright, the truckers are revolting. Alright, rebellions.
And pestilence. And earthquakes in diverse places. All these are the beginning of sorrow.
And why aren't they talking about the landslides and the earthquakes around the world? Why are they not talking about the blood moons? Alright? The red rivers. Alright? Oh no, that's global warming. No, it's judgment from the Bible. The Most High said these things are going to happen like in the days of Noah, like in the days of Lot. So shall the coming of the Son of Man be.
That's right.
Prepare yourself, man. That's why gross darkness is covering the earth. Alright? Now let's close it. Give me Daniel 7:18. Give me Revelations 18 and 1. Give me Sirach chapter 16 and verse 66. Give me Psalm 137 and verse 11. All right, let's bring out some verses, man. All right, Psalm 132, sir.
This is the book of Psalms 132 verse 11. Yahweh has sworn in truth unto David, he will not turn from it. Of the fruits of thy body, who are set upon thy throne, if thy children will keep my covenant and my testimony that I shall teach them, their children also shall sit upon thy throne forevermore.
So David's coming back, and when David comes like to kill 10,000, man. David don't come to bring kisses and hugs and to kiss the Philistines. David is not praying for the damn Philistines and the Moabites and the Edomites. David is coming to slay, to separate the sheep from the goats. The sheep and the goats cannot sleep together. The sheep are the lost tribes of Israel. The goats are the other nations. This sister does not understand the gospel, man. The gospel is that we have to separate from the goats. I think she's mixing up the verses for her own vain opinion. Alright? That is why we need to keep laws, statutes and commandments. So our children can inherit the kingdom. They don't read Psalms. I don't think they read Psalms in the church. Alright? They jump over the Psalms, man. Alright? And do their skanks. Alright? On the side of the streets. Alright? Praying on the side of the streets. Alright? Looking like they're eating pork and lobsters over there.
This is the book of Revelations 18 and verse 1. And after these things I saw another angel come down from heaven.
I don't want that second Ezra. I want that last one.
This is the book of Daniel 7 verse 18. But the saint of the Most High shall take the kingdom.
The saints of the Most High shall what?
Shall take the kingdom and possess the kingdom.
The saints of the Most High are not praying for these people's kingdom, man. The saints of the Most High is praying that Babylon be destroyed to take the kingdom
and possess the kingdom forever, even forever and ever.
Exactly. Forever, ever. The same way the Most High has an indignation upon the Edomites forever, ever. Alright?
This is the book of 2nd Ezra, chapter 16 and verse 67. Oh, Salakia, 66. What will ye do, or how will ye hide your sins before power and his angels? Behold, power himself is the judge. Fear him, leave off from your sins, and forget your iniquities, to meddle no more with them forever. So shall power lead you forth and deliver you from all trouble.
And that's how we get delivered out of the Jacob's trouble. Alright? When we don't meddle no more with the sins and dealing with our oppressors, man. Come out of that vibration, man.
This is the book of Revelations, chapter 18 and verse 1. After these things, I saw another angel come down from heaven, having great power, and the earth was litten with his glory. And he cried mightily with a strong voice, saying, Babylon the Great has fallen.
Babylon what?
Babylon the Great is fallen.
That's the gospel. That's the gospel there. The Babylon is fallen. This place is done. Alright?
It's fallen.
It's what?
It's fallen.
It's not getting back up. It's slipping, it's falling, and it can't get up. Alright?
And it's become the inhabitants of devils.
Gross darkness has covered the world. Alright?
And the whole of every foul spirit, and the cage of every unclean and hurtful bird.
And on that, we're going to close out and give all honors, power, and glory unto Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushua, Bahar, Rekor Kadesh. Come, Israel. Come, Israel. Come, Immanuel Allah. Come, Ba'ashem, Mashiach, Yahushua.